All right. So welcome everyone to our second season of Exploring by the Seat of Your Pants. For those who've never joined us before, Exploring by the Seat of Your Pants is all about bringing adventure, science, and conservation to classrooms across the world. Today I'm thrilled to be joined by Aquarius Reef Base at the bottom of the ocean 60 feet beneath the waves in Florida and Mission Control in the Florida Keys. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Mission Control, and then hopefully the mic and the video will work for the Reef Base down beneath. So thank you so much, guys. Go right ahead.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Kathy. I'm talking to you from Mission Control, and what we do here is basically we are able to control what's going on down below at Aquarius. We have had some issues. It's been pretty windy, so we're going to do our best to give you guys a really good connection with the habitat, but again, it's underwater, so there's only so much we can do with the weather. So basically, what we do at Aquarius is a research laboratory underwater, and right now we have a mission going on where we're actually studying the role that sharks play on coral reefs. We're studying because sharks are a very important component of the ecosystem. We need to learn everything we can about them because, yeah. So let's see if we can get Roy on here. Oh.
Hey, Roy, you with us? No, big connection problems today.
All right, well, that's totally fine. So I'm gonna screen share with you guys so I can show you guys some pictures of the habitat early on, and you know, just give me a second to do this. Okay. So have any of you guys ever wanted to live with the fish, with the sharks?
I have.
Creatures? I know I did when I was a kid. And actually, you can live underwater. Now, can you guys see me? Can you guys see the screen I'm sharing?
We see the screen. We don't see you, but we do see your screen and we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So this is what Aquarius looks like underwater. It's about 60 feet underwater, about the size of a school bus. So next time when you guys are riding home on your school bus, just remember that this is kind of the size that Aquarius is. Aquarius is 60 feet underwater, and it's actually on platforms. So the habitat itself rests at about 45 feet. And so we see a lot of different kinds of animals here. Throughout the presentation, I'll show you guys all the critters we get to see. So how do you think we get electricity, internet, air into the habitat? We actually use a life support buoy. And this life support buoy has compressors. Oops, I keep somehow changing this. It has compressors and generators, and it is the life support of the habitat. It's connected to the habitat via the umbilical. Will you grab it? And the umbilical is basically it's a cable that is the umbilical cord of Aquarius, just like when you're a baby. So 6 divers can stay inside of Aquarius at a time, and when we have people living inside of Aquarius, they're called aquanauts, and kind of like astronauts but underwater. So they're called aquanauts, and there are actually very few. There are way less aquanauts than there are astronauts, which is kind of ironic, right?
Just really briefly, Kathy, Roy appears to have come back on, so if you could give us a tour of the inside of Aquarius, that would be wonderful.
All right. Well, we're looking out that porthole window that she was just talking about. This is where we sit to have our dinner and stuff. And I'll tell you what, I will try to do this quickly in case we drop again. So let me... You guys still hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Our bedroom, and there's 6 bunks in here, but what really makes it pretty cool is this is what we get to look. As a matter of fact, there's some fish swimming out there now. Last night there was a big bull shark swimming around, so we really kind of stayed up late watching him. And this is the front part, and I'll take you all the way through real quick. Hopefully this doesn't drop. As you see here, this is Mark and Roxy, and they're the technicians that keep everybody alive down here, make sure it's all working. We have a little refrigerator. Here's that beautiful view in the dining room table. Here's where they keep all our food for us. It's all dehydrated camping food. They keep us well stocked. Our little kitchen area. And I'm going to take you back to the back here. Here's our shark scientist. As we come back, we'll see our sonar scientist, Ben, and his sonar display where he's watching to see if there's any sharks in the area or any fish medium out there, or the mass bio. Okay, then we have our parrotfish herbivore expert into the back of drop connection for
So we got like 90% of the tour. He was just about to show us the wet porch at the back. So I'll let Mission Control tell you a little bit about the wet porch and see if we can get Roy's connection back.
Luckily, I have wonderful pictures, so I will go back to screen share and show you guys what that looks like. All right.
yeah. Now,
All right, so when you go inside of Aquarius, you're not going to open the door. There is no door because that would allow water to come inside, right? The way that the entrance of Aquarius works, basically imagine that Aquarius is a cup facing down underwater. You know how when you put a cup underwater, face down, it keeps the air inside? That's kind of how Aquarius works. So when you go inside of Aquarius, you actually dive.
Sorry, Kathy, you got the wet porch back.
Okay, sorry.
yeah, I heard you talking, so I went back here.
So here, let me get out of here.
Can you hear?
Yep.
Okay, this is the wet portion. She was just, this is where you swim and you come up here Aquarius, just swimming in an upside down. And this is actually back. And if we stand back here, we can see all the way to the front.
Can you guys?
So he's cut out again. Sorry, guys. Mission Control, you guys want to take over a few more minutes, and then we're going to ask some questions, okay?
Awesome. Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about the research project you're on now. What are you actually doing down there?
So they are doing a host of different things. They're using sonar. So sonar is kind of a sound that you emit underwater, and it attracts the sharks. And so we've actually had really good luck with this mission. They actually have seen a lot more sharks than they did in the past. And now, how many people are afraid of sharks? Anybody? Well, usually there are some people that are afraid of sharks. And it's actually a pretty big problem. Because of the fear that people have of sharks, sharks have been people think that they're man-eating animals, and that's just not true. People have made sharks to monsters, but they're not that. We need our sharks. Sharks are the apex predator. If we have a lot of sharks, we know that the ecosystem is functioning the way it's supposed to be functioning. And so we're studying the role that sharks play on coral reefs, and we're studying how is the decline of sharks changing coral reefs. As we've begun to lose more sharks, we've noticed that certain fish are moving into areas that they didn't move into before. A lot of times fish kind of stayed in the reef, but now certain fish are leaving, and it's causing actually algae overgrowth. And we've been studying the behavior of the fish that live at the reef, and in the presence of sharks, and not in the presence of sharks. So we want to see how is the decline of sharks changing the coral reefs, basically.
Awesome. So I know Mr. Halls' class had said that they have to leave fairly soon, so I'm going to give them a chance to ask 2 quick questions if they'd like.
Let me get out of screen share here, guys. Okay.
So Mr. Halls, go right ahead, guys.
Can you see? All right.
Go right ahead, yep.
Oh, okay.
You got one.
Okay, so how long do they stay down there and live down there?
So in case you didn't hear, how long do they stay down there and live down there?
Wonderful, wonderful question. Technically, there's no limit to how long a person can live underwater. The longest mission we've ever had was actually 31 days. And normally missions are about 7 to 14 days, but you can actually stay underwater longer. And the reason is because once your body becomes used to the pressure, at Aquarius, to the pressure underwater, your body basically gets used to it, And in order for you to leave Aquarius, we actually have to change the pressure inside of the habitat back to what it is at the surface. That way, basically, this process takes 16 hours, and it slowly allows your body to get used to being back at the surface again. So, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Mr. Hall's class, any more questions?
Jackson, go.
Do y'all go out and swim with the sharks whenever you whenever you like see them on the sonar? Do you just go out there in the ocean?
So if you guys see the sharks in the sonar, do you guys go out and swim with them then?
That's a good question. I think that we wouldn't want to scare the sharks away. So I can imagine that would be something we'd really want to avoid. So if we did go out and dive with the sharks, we could scare them away. So I'm not 100% sure because I'm not one of the scientists down there. Hopefully we get connected with Roy again and they can tell us whether or not they do go out when they see the sharks. But I would think that the biggest priority would be to keep the shark around. So we don't want to scare them away by going out there and chasing it. You get what I mean?
Excellent. And then one more question from Mr. Hall's class, and we'll go on to the other classes right after. I just know they have to leave.
Has the laboratory ever flooded?
Could you repeat that, guys?
Has the laboratory ever flooded before?
Has the laboratory ever flooded before?
No, we've never had an issue where the laboratory has flooded before. Our staff is very diligent in keeping that from happening, and yeah, we've never had that happen.
Excellent. All right, so Roy, you're back. Hi, Roy. Hi. So we're going to try and see if we can get the other classes to ask questions to you and see if we can get you to answer live from the reef base. So first, I'll head on to Mrs. Hastings' class. If you guys want to ask questions.
How many species of fish are there? How many species of fish are there? Yeah, no. I think the host is first.
Oh, wait, is it coming back? Okay, we'll go to Mrs. Hastings first.
Okay, go ahead. How many species of fish are there?
So how many species of fish are there, Roy? How many? Oh, it's very easy. Okay.
The bell. The bell.
Well, if you guys can answer, how many species of fish have you guys seen down there?
We have seen over 150 different species of fish. We've seen barracudas, we've seen blacktip sharks,
Goliath
sharks.
groupers.
Right.
Goliath groupers get to be the size of a small car. They're huge. We see lots of different kinds of parrotfish. There are actually, I think, about 16 different species of parrotfish that live here. So we get a lot of angelfish. We have a couple different species of those as well.
More eels.
Hundreds of over 150 different species of fish, and also a lot of other animals like turtles, sharks. We've even seen whale sharks near Aquarius before.
Excellent. Something's going wrong with that microphone. Okay, Mrs. Muir's class, if you guys have any questions.
We do.
Excellent.
Kylie, you want to come on up? And the way they see you is you stand about right there and look this way. This way. You can ask your question. How do you guys get the food under there?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. How do we get food inside of Aquarius? Well, we want to prevent it from getting wet, right? And the way that we do that is that we have these pots called pressure pots. And basically, we can put anything that needs to stay dry in a pressure pot. So electronics, food, dry towels, clothes. That's how you get anything dry inside of Aquarius. And we have different size pressure pots. Some of them are so big that we need a crane to lower it down. Some of them get really heavy, and we actually have to use floats to keep them from sinking to the bottom. And some of them are small. We can just have a diver carry them. But that's a really good question.
Excellent. Any more questions from that class?
Yes, we have 3 more questions. Kylie has 1 more, and then I have 2 other children with questions. Go ahead.
How do you guys go potty?
How do we go potty? Well, there actually is a bathroom in Aquarius, but
They have a bathroom.
yeah, there's a bathroom. Maybe we can get Roy to show it to us. There's a little bathroom.
So Roy's dropped out for a second, but if he comes back in, we'll certainly get him to show the bathroom. All right.
I'll tell him to take a picture of it and send it to you guys, okay?
So look, Roy, hey. So a kid just asked if you could show us the bathroom in there. Came in for 2 seconds and cut out again. Oh well. Okay. So
Well,
I just questions from Mrs. Muir's class. Okay.
That's okay. And Brielle has a question. You want to ask her a question?
Is it cold down there?
Actually, at night, sometimes it can get cold. When you're underwater, it can be pretty humid. So with the air conditioning, it can get a little cold. A lot of times, I remember last year when we did this mission, the teachers said that the teachers and the scientists that were down there said that they were pretty cold and they would wish they brought some more jackets.
Awesome. One more question, guys.
We have last question.
How did you knock down the building?
How did you get the building down there?
How did you get the building down
The
there?
habitat.
Yeah, so we actually had to use a really big ship, and then we lowered it with cranes down underwater. Yeah.
Excellent.
We needed a really big boat that could fit Aquarius on it. So.
So Roy, come back in for 2 seconds. Hi, Roy again.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. We're going to see if we can get Mr. Hastings' class to Mrs. Hastings' class to ask you one more question, okay? Or a couple more questions, and we'll go right ahead, guys.
We were watching the live webcam down there earlier, and the students were wondering if everybody gets along in such a small space.
That's a very important question. Yes, we make sure that all of our aquanauts get along, and that's actually a part of aquanaut training. You have to be able to work as a team, and yeah, they all get along. They're all down there, I bet.
Roy, what do you think about that? Do you guys all get along down there? Cut out again. Okay.
I hope you can do this.
That's okay. One more question, please. You guys have any more questions for Mission Control?
Do you guys discover any new fish each day?
Oh, do you guys discover any each day?
Do we go scuba diving every day?
Scuba diving, have you discovered any new fish as well?
I don't think we discovered any new today or yesterday, but there's plenty of fish out here for us to watch.
Excellent. A quick question from before, and Mission Control answered this, but I'm curious on your answer. Do you guys all get along down there?
Yeah, we do. We get along pretty well. Matter of fact, we're just kind of sitting around the table right now. Everybody's just kind of chilling out in between dives.
We don't just get Roy, we get the whole gang. That's exciting. Hi, guys. Hi. So we had a quick question a minute ago about the bathrooms in there. Could you show us how big or where the room is for the bathrooms?
Sort of. Basically, let me flip the camera for you. We come out here by the wet port.
I think it's cut out again. It's cut out again. All right, guys. So what we're going to do, because we're almost out of time, is we're going to give all the classes a chance to say thank you so much. Mr. Stohetti's class is a little late, but if you guys want to thank you to the that would be awesome. You guys want to get Thank you so much, guys. All right. So, Thank you for joining us, guys. Again, thanks on such short notice in the school year, certainly in Canada. Thanks for joining us for an Exploring by the Seat of Your Pants session in our second season. It's been so exciting bringing you Aquarius Reef Base. I'm so sorry that the connection cut out for a while, but we had mission control on hand to do all sorts of great follow-up anyway. If you guys would like the full slideshow of what it looks like in the Aquarius Reef Base, I know it cut out a bit in there. We'd be happy to send that along. Until then, we hope to have you exploring by the seat of your pants again soon. Thanks so much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.